Fit Church family, Dr. Chris here. Today I wanted to go over, kind of simplify fundamental functional exercises. So if you've ever looked at articles online or in books or went to the gym, you know there's a million different exercises that you can do. Traditionally we think of, biceps, triceps, pecs, like how do you work those muscles? So today I'm going to give you a different framework to think, a super simple template of 7 exercises or movement categories that if you hit these 7 movements, you've pretty much covered all your bases. So let's get right to it. So instead of thinking quads, hamstrings, glutes, think squat pattern. When you think a squat pattern, think you're just getting out of a chair. So all of these movements replicate daily activities, daily movements. So in doing so, you're going to reinforce strength and functional fitness. And I don't mean, holding a bar overhead with 135 pounds squatting while standing on a ball. That is not functional, unless you're maybe a surfer. So functional means it's replicating daily movements. So that's kind of category 1, is a squat pattern. Thinking getting out of a chair, squatting down to pick something up. That will hit the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes. The second category is a hip hinge or a deadlift. So it's simply just picking something up. And no, deadlifts are not evil. We have to do them all the time. Anytime you pick something up, you're doing a deadlift. That's going to work the back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So, as well as a bunch of other muscles. But that's kind of the next category of leg exercises. The third is a lunge pattern. So when you're thinking a lunge pattern, you're taking a knee to tie your shoe. That's a lunge. You're going upstairs. That's a lunge. You're stepping forward to open a door. It's all a lunge pattern. That will also work quads, definitely glutes, hamstrings, a bunch of other muscles. The fourth category is kind of 2 in 1. So we have pushing. So anytime that you're pushing away from your body, that's going to work the pecs, shoulders, and triceps primarily, as well as a bunch of other muscles depending on what kind of push you're doing. So a push could be, a push-up, a bench press, overhead press. In life, it's pushing a door open, it's reaching up for something. Those are the functional daily movements. The next category is a pull. So a pull is really anytime you pull towards you, pull down. If you're hiking, trying to pull up on a rock, pulling a door open, those are all pulling motions that will work the upper back, the lats, rear shoulders, biceps, and a bunch of other muscles, again, depending on the kind that you're doing. So the next category down is rotation, or, core exercise. So that basically is, chops, cable chops, band chops, medicine ball chops. In life, it's pulling open a door with one hand. It's raking leaves, sweeping, rotational core movements that work the abs, obliques, the back muscles, and again, a bunch of other muscles depending on the kind of movement that you're doing. The next category down is walk or carry. So functional movement, you're carrying groceries. That's a carry. In fitness, that can be a suitcase carry, where you're just carrying a dumbbell by one side. That can be a farmer's carry, walking around while holding something overhead. There are a bunch of different ones that you can do. As we go through this functional fitness series, I'll kind of cover each one in a little bit more depth and give a few different options, probably 2 or 3 options to start with, kind of a beginner, intermediate, advanced level, and show you how to kind of plug and play with this simplified template that, again, if you hit all of these movements, you're pretty well covered. You've hit every muscle in your body. You don't really need more exercises beyond that, unless it's to stay healthy or if you want to, specifically work on arms or an area of the body. So stay tuned and share this so we can all get better together. God bless.